Gloucester, Massachusetts, the Church of the Cleansing Flame. The church is empty when the door is open. Elena Ward does not hear footsteps, only the subtle displacement of air, like a breath drawn and released somewhere behind her. The candle flames, along with the nave, lean towards the aisle, their light bending in a way that feels off. She turns from the altar and sees a man standing there. The stained glass light fractured, the colors failing to settle on him as they should. His clothes are plain. His face carries a familiarity that feels remembered rather than recognized. She falls to her knees before she understands why. Miriam should be here. Where's the prophet? The knowledge of her unworthiness stretches across her face. Every prayer Elena and the other parishioners have ever spoken seemed to answer itself at once. Awe floods her, followed by fear, then relief so sharp it brings tears. This is how revelation is meant to feel. This is why she has been chosen to lead, at least until Miriam returns. The man tells her to rise. His voice is steady, worn thin by something survived. He says he's been pulled back from death, that something tried to destroy him utterly, to ensure nothing remained. He tells her the demon Halphus failed. He tells her Gloucester is no longer still. Forces are already moving within the town, and others are coming from beyond it. Somewhere past the world exists an archive, a place where every secret beyond the veil is gathered and preserved. He says if evil claims it, the war will endure. If good claims it, the war will endure. Either way, more and more innocents will continue to suffer. Balance requires restraint. Balance requires a door that remains closed. He looks at her and he tells her, there is one who can open it. You know him. Declan. He's not a weapon. He's the key. You have to find him, Elena. Convince him that the church will guard the knowledge without wielding it, that the balance of his order will be honored by us. If anyone else holds that archive, the eternal war will continue, and innocents like him and Adriel will continue to die. Elena looks up at him. He is divine. She stutters to respond, stuck on what to call him. He recognizes that look. He holds out his hand and he says, Elena, I am the one who rises from the ashes, from the cleansing flame, the one who defies the will of demon and angel. I've returned. I, Sam Condi, will end this war. Attention, brave viewers. This video features adults immersed in a spine-chilling horror RPG experience. The content likely includes supernatural elements, horror-related events, and potentially scenes of violence. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy. Howdy, friends. Boy, we left on a bit of a cliffhanger. We had Declan kind of getting very frustrated with Adriel as they tried to sort through the fiat that Adriel did, killing Miriam Vale, the prophet of the cleansing flame. And out of frustration, in a bit of a haze, Declan left the RV and just started walking. And he's walking towards Cape Ann, which is an old familiar neighborhood for Declan, especially where the YMCA that's there. And even though we found out that Declan wasn't really thinking about this, he also realizes that this might be, the YMCA might be where the sanctuary, the secret entrance to the sanctuary is. Elias had no interest in staying on the RV. So he hopped right out and power walked to catch up to Declan, asked if it was okay to follow. Declan said, essentially, just as long as you keep your mouth shut. And so the two of them, when we left them, were outside of the YMCA. Inside the RV, Adriel is convinced that he is going to figure out all of these prophecies, all of these portends that they've been getting. He's going to get it all to make sense. So he went to the back of the RV to try to sort through it. And in the front of the RV, Van decided, all right, let's go back to the cabin, to Grandpa's cabin. Before then, I need a drink, and started to drive the RV towards the liquor store. And then he heard a voice coming from the passenger side. Someone saying to him, hey, Van, you look good. And when he turned to look at him, it was Sammy. So Declan, you and Elias are walking, and you can see the Y from where you are. As you had mentioned, Cape Ann is probably the least fortunate of the neighborhoods around Gloucester, which is a great place for a YMCA, and really was character building for you, as you had mentioned before. It's a half second too late when you realize the white van that's parked on the block before the Y. And you see a woman and 4 people pour out of the side of the van. They're all wearing white robes. They've all got the symbol of the cleansing flame on the front of them. And the younger woman is wearing a more decorative one, the same type of outfit that Miriam Vale was wearing, identifying her as the prophet. And when you look at her, Declan, you recognize her. That's Elena Ward. She was about 3 years ahead of you at school. But she looks at you and she says, Declan.
Elena?
Declan, we need to talk.
Come on in here, and I will, gesture towards, since we're outside the Y anyway, we'll come in and chat inside, so we're not just standing on the street talking about whatever all these cleansing flame people want to talk to me about.
She looks at you, gesture towards the door of the Y, and she kind of looks at it, looks back to you, and you can see her kind of, okay, yeah. And she turns to the other parishioners, and she says, just wait in the van. I'll be out in a moment. What are you doing, Elias?
I think Elias is kind of a little bit melting into the background, into Declan's shadow. I mean, he's not trying to hide, but he's doing the thing that like kids can just do, and that's
be invisible.
Yep. But meanwhile, he's just keeping his eyes open, trying to make sure that this isn't some kind of a ambush or something else going on. He still doesn't fully trust this group either. So,
and as they head into the YMCA, Elias, are you going to stay outside, or are you going to go in with them?
I think he'll follow. He'll follow inside. Yeah.
Okay. The familiar automatic doors slide open, Declan, and you get that smell. You can smell the pool chlorine. You can smell the old mats that on the weight room. You can smell the rubber for the basketballs, and it's just that familiar smell that happens as soon as those doors slide open. And there's kind of a lobby area in front. Nobody's at the front desk, but that's pretty typical. Couches that have seen better days, that have been donated throughout the years. Every magazine is 5-6 years old, and the place is kind of dead. Which, unless there's an event going on or a league happening, this is not that odd. Can we sit?
After you.
Sorry, what time of day are we?
I want to say we were late afternoon, if I remember correctly. So Declan, she sits.
And at that point,
how close do you sit? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So before I sit down, I will turn to Elias and say, "Okay, but you're doing the fake kid act again that we have become so fond of during this trip back home. So it's basketball court, and balls are by the front desk. Just go grab one. It's okay. You can go play." And I'll kind of look down and make sure I'm catching his eye for this one. If anything happens, you call for Auntie Bingo. She'll come get you, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
Right. So,
and he runs off. He runs and goes down.
So Elias going to watch the door, and I'm going to... and I'll sit on the same couch, but I'll definitely give, like, a person space. Just, like, not far, but, like, far enough that...
And she seems very happy about your choice. I think she wanted you to sit close. And as you kind of get settled and get comfortable, she says, "Declan, I can't even remember the last time we saw each other. It's got to be at least a decade."
Something like that, yeah.
Since you've come back, how much have you learned about the church?
Not a lot, but enough. Something you wanted to tell me?
Well, yes. The church was formed soon after Sam Condi and Adriel died. With whatever...
Adriel's name, I'm going to hackle up a little bit.
What happened in the quarry, we believe it was demonic, and that a demon killed both Sam and Adriel. And Miriam had a revelation, and that told her that the problems in this world is that this world has been torn between this eternal battle between good and evil, between angel and demon, and everything in those forms. And over time, the church got bigger. It just made sense. And then last year, she got a second revelation that one of them was going to return, was going to rise from the ashes and lead us to end this war. And you see a tear forming, and she's trying to keep her composure, Declan. Sam Condi came to the church this morning.
Who did what now?
Sam Condi. Friend of your brother, Van.
I know who Sam Condi is. I also know that he's dead.
He's not. He was there in the flesh, truly divine, but he told me something, and it involves you. He says that you're a member of some sort of order that is trying to find balance between good and evil, and that somewhere here in Gloucester, there is a prize that everybody's after. Some sort of, what did he referred to it as an archive that holds all of the histories and all of the secrets of what's behind the veil and the battle. And he said, nobody can get to this. That if evil controls it, the battle will continue. And if good gets it, the battle will continue. And he told me to pray. And I did. And Declan, I think you're meant to destroy it. Do you know where it is?
Elena, I'm going to level with you. I have no idea what you're talking about. And that tracks. I never knew Sam. He died when I was a kid. You were there. I was in middle school when Sam died. I barely knew him. He was my uncle's friend.
This is beyond high school, Declan. This is beyond all of this. I'm talking about a resurrection. I'm talking about the eternal battle of good and evil. And that somehow the Savior says that you're the key.
I don't know that I'm any of that. And I'm sorry that I can't help you. The key to, did you say a library? An archive.
He called it an archive. You have no idea what I'm talking about.
None. And if I need to roll for that, I can.
No, yeah, we believe it. What I will do is let's do a little investigative mystery. I think that she's downloading a bunch of information. You're reading her body language. You've taken all of this in. Let's see if you can't figure out some stuff here.
All right. Investigate a mystery.
All right.
Not today, but I'm experience.
Mark yourself experience. And this is not because you failed, so you can't trust it. This is just free information. She believes this. You can tell that this is honest. Whether what she's saying is true or not is a whole nother thing, right? But she definitely believes this. I'm going to hold my move for that failure, and I want to cut to the RV. Van, you stare at him long enough that the RV hits the curb and you're able to bring the RV back on the street. And Adriel, you hear there's somebody up front. You recognize the voice, but it can't be. Van, if you pull the RV over, I can explain everything.
Van hits the brakes hard. This is an old RV, so it's got the e-brake that you kind of pull from the dash and click, 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 and throws it in park, jumps up and steps back a few steps to be closer to Adriel.
Who bumps into you because he happened to be getting up, walking towards the front when you did that.
Momentum. Sammy, what the hell?
I know. And Adriel, it's good to see you.
Oh, so you can see me.
And not only that, Adriel, you are stricken by the fact that he is unsurprised. I want to explain things to you. And it's good that you're here too, Adriel. I was brought back. I would imagine much like Adriel. And I was brought here with a mission to fight a battle. against evil, against demonkind. What killed me and what killed you, Adriel. But I figured out that the real good here is stopping this battle. Not one side winning over the other. Adriel, the distance between your handlers and the thing that killed us is near nothing. They're the same. And they have been fighting this battle for so long. And it has to stop. More and more innocents are dying every day all over this world because two realms have decided this is their battleground, fighting over the souls of the people that want nothing to do with either of them. Do you understand?
I hear what you're saying. And do you have a proposed solution for this?
It's all coming here. I couldn't understand why that demon Halphus focused on Gloucester, why that demon Halphus created the wound in the quarry, why that demon killed you and why that demon killed me. But I've since learned that somewhere in Gloucester, there is an archive that contains all the secrets of good and of evil. And there are forces that are in this town right now that are trying to find it. Forces that think they're good, even though some would label them good and some would label them evil. And there's more coming. And they're going to burn this town down. And more innocent people are going to die looking for this thing. It has to be sealed and destroyed. And I don't know why I know this. And he looks directly at you, Van. Declan is the only one who can do that.
I look over at Adriel, like, what, with that kind of shocked look, kind of gauging where he sits with this. Sammy, if this is actually you, how am I supposed to believe this? I witnessed you die. This, so much of this makes no sense.
Van, you're standing next to your dead brother. This isn't new to you. You know this is possible. Firsthand. And Van, be honest with me. How much killing has Adriel done as he's tried to fight this battle? The Prophet Miriam wasn't the first, and it won't be the last.
So, what makes you think that destroying or locking away this knowledge is actually going to stop things? Evil will always find something else, and good will always find a way to try to stop that.
You're 100% right, Adriel. You're 100% right. I agree. This is a stall. This is just... I'm trying to take the bullets out of the gun. So I've got a custom move that I want one of you to take, and I think it's going to be Van. When you stand before the resurrected, face to face, you roll plus cool. So give me a cool roll if you would, Van.
So happy you said cool and not sharp.
So 7. It's a partial. So to let you know, on a 10 plus, you feel the full weight of his presence, but keep yourself. Ask the keeper one question about Condi's purpose, limits, or what he wants from you. On a 7 to 9, you get to choose one of two things. You can not meet his gaze and take -1 forward, acting against him, or you feel your faith, conviction, and certainty falter, and you can't act against him at all, but you get to mark experience. Which of those do you want?
I think for my player, it's I've been sucked in, and it's Sammy. I'm not at full mental capacity to right now. I'm still in shock. So I think I'm letting this give in, and taking it. The second option. I forgot all the words.
That's okay. So just it means that you can't act against him, so you can't deal harm towards him. But you do get to mark experience, and that is only kind of like for the extended scene.
Okay.
Adriel, you sense Van is starting to drink the Kool-Aid a little bit. I guess my question is, are you?
I'm sipping.
Okay. I think that Sammy recognizes that Van is comprehending what he's saying, and he senses your skepticism. Adriel, I know you can take me to Declan. I can take us to Declan. Let's go to him. Let's protect him. Let's have him find the entrance to the archive. And Adriel, you and I can destroy it with Declan's help.
Well, you asked Van how many people I've killed. You seem to maybe know that answer. How many have you killed?
None.
Really?
Really. In fact, it was the first time they asked me to kill somebody that made me question all of this.
And who did they ask you to kill?
They said that there was a child here in Gloucester that was possessed. And they told me to get rid of that child. What angel does that, Adriel?
And what did you do?
I didn't do it.
So where's
And I
the
found
child
the
now?
faith to refuse them.
So where's the child now?
I can take you to the child. He's
Wasn't
grown
my-
now. He's 5 or 6 now.
Wasn't my question. Why did they not send somebody else?
I think
was
they
so
did,
important.
Adriel. I think they sent you. I think they sent you because I refused to do what they've told me to do.
I've received no such requests.
They've told you about me, Adriel.
They told me about somebody, which probably is you, yes.
It is me. They call me the Fallen, Adriel. The Fallen. The one has no blood on his hands.
Not even indirectly.
No. It's against everything that I believe and everything that I know.
So
But
how
we're
did
running
you-
out of... Go ahead.
So how did you learn of this information? Where did you get this revelation? You
I
said a
don't
lot
know.
about saying nothing.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, Adriel. I knew what they were telling me to do was wrong. And I pulled away and thought about what was happening and the things that they told me was going on. And this battle has been going on forever and it's eternal. And the list of people that have died in this battle, innocents, not demon, not angel. I just knew that I had to choose something different. And doing what they told me to do, I wasn't going to do. Helphus approached me. He tried to recruit me. I told him he failed. He's still bound in the quarry. I don't have much time to continue talking about this. I don't know where Declan is, but I can take us anywhere we need to go. And Adriel, no, you can do this.
I'll grab Van and take him to Declan.
And leave Sammy there? All right. All right, let's roll your angel wings.
Nice. Wait. We're in Jersey, aren't we?
No, I'm gonna spend a luck point.
Okay. What's your luck at now?
3 out of 7.
Okay. So before you show up, let's go back to Declan. Declan, it's pretty obvious that Miss Ward has kind of set her piece. I think she's looking for a decision from you.
Elena, I hear what you're saying, but even if I could help you, I'm no key. I'm a middle linebacker. It's all I've ever been. And some days it feels like it's all I'm ever going to be. To put some big prophetic statement onto me is all I do is disappoint you, especially because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So I'm going to have to wish you the best in what you're trying to do and respectfully decline. I'm here because I never knew Sam and I wasn't able to face down the service for my uncle tonight. So I was going to give back to the community the best way I know how, which has always been with these youth here. But it looks like they're all, if I had to guess, going to that service tonight. Am I right?
The service is still going to happen. I'm going to lead it. I'm not going to be anywhere unless Prophet Vale comes back. If she comes back, obviously she'll lead it. But otherwise, yeah, that's our plan. Well, Declan, you were a good kid when we were in school together. You're a good man now. Can we at least pray together? She kind of puts her hand out towards you.
I will gesture my hand towards her, but not actually touch it. Kind of like if her hand is here, I'm kind of here. It's like they are making a pattern together, but I'm not actually making physical contact.
So she is going to attempt to make physical contact.
I'm going to back up. Excuse me. I actually just ran to the bathroom. Well, not ran to the bathroom. Kind of went around the corner a minute ago and didn't get a chance to wash my hands. So I'm going to keep them over here for right now. If you'll excuse that, please.
So a lot of things happen all at once here. So yes. You're standing up and kind of backing away from her. Elias, the hair on the back of your neck starts to go up. And Adriel and Van appear in this lobby right next to you, Declan.
So he goes up and goes, whoa! And tries to act like he's never seen this before, but part of the whoa is just that you never do get used to that, but obviously he is like just gotta take a step back, kind of startled. But somebody with a good eye is going to know that like this is definitely a bit he's seen before.
Yeah, and I think Elena is so in shock, she kind of falls back into the couch and she is aghast, just staring. Now at the three of you, Elias, looks like you were trying to do something. What do you got?
Oh, you muted.
You're muted, bud.
Airtime.
Yeah, so he's been listening this whole time telepathically, but not to Declan. He's been listening through her head, so it feels less invasive somehow. And he is putting together what
Declan's full of shit. So
yeah, no, but he's more interested in what she is saying, and he's putting it together with certain things that he's already kind of on board with. But after Adriel and Van show up, I think he quickly turns to her and he says, I saw your people outside. They look like they need you. I think it's time for you to go. And he like grabs her by the arm and like by like the hand, and he's like trying to lead her out. And he's manipulating her for sure.
Yeah, let's do a manipulate someone here. Yeah. So it's gonna be plus charm.
Let's see.
Charming young lad.
Despite your -1 charm, you rolled a 10. So on a 10 plus, they'll do it for the reason you gave them. If you ask too much, they'll tell you the minimum it would take for them to do it. She is so in shock, Elias. I think you're walking a zombie
Yeah,
out of
sure.
here. You grab her hand and she's just staring at Adriel. And like you can see her going through the process, right? Like they just appeared out of nowhere. There is Van. This is the second dead person I've seen appear in front of me. And you just kind of take her hand and okay, yes. And she follows you out, Elias.
Okay. Yeah, so I think he's going to lead her out, and then he has some ideas for his own questioning that he wants to do. But you can do this other scene in the meantime if you'd like.
So you're going to stay with her.
I'm going to stay with her, yeah.
Perfect. Let's cut back to the three brothers.
It never gets easy, and Van has never gotten used to what happens. He's held it together just because he saw Elena, but he's gagging, trying to keep it in, and he throws up in the corner. It just lets it loose because he'll never get used to that.
The fallen one has revealed himself. And apparently, he wants you.
slow down. What?
Declan, it's Sammy. It's Sammy.
What do you mean it's Sammy?
Apparently, well, according to him anyway, he's like me, and he was brought back. But he didn't agree with the things that they were asking of him, and
So he hasn't
decided to
killed
go
anyone.
on his own way. He says. But apparently there's some information that people are warring over, and somehow you're the key, which now it makes sense. I never knew why you were here. It was never prophesized like everybody else.
Is everybody on Earth prophesied? Some of us are just born, Adriel. That's why I'm here. And you're the second person today to talk about somebody being a goddamn key, and I do not know what you were talking about. So
Well,
we're
I
going
mean,
to sit down. Everybody's going to take a breath. You're going to get some water, Van. And there's mouthwash in the bathroom around the corner. and we're going to talk about this.
I mean, key is metaphorical. It can mean many things. Not, exactly a key, but you are primarily involved. Maybe it's because of your sect, where you're at in your sect, or maybe because you are the key, you were recruited by your sect. That might be a question for them. Maybe they have
a terrible time to not know everything. Did you know that?
I'll let you in on a little secret. I don't always know everything to begin with, especially when it comes to the divine.
Let's
but
cut out.
I appreciate the thought.
Well, let's not back like getting my damn nerves.
Let's cut outside. Elias, you're leading Elaine out there, and there's the door to the van is open. There's two people sitting in the back. There's a person in the passenger side, person on the driver's side, and they're kind of looking, trying to take it in.
Once they get outside, Elias kind of turns to her and he says, Miss, you're...
Bored.
No, I don't think he knows her name.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Are you some sort of religious person? From your... I'm sorry, it's just the way you're dressed. It kind of looks like that.
And you see her trying to get her wits about her a little bit. I think the fresh air has helped Elias. I think probably taking her out of that environment was smart. She goes, yes, I'm a believer. And just despite what you're wearing, I'm not a prophet. The prophet has gone missing, and I've been asked to step into her shoes. So it's complicated, little boy.
Okay. Is it religious? That's my question.
It is.
Because I had a question. Maybe you can help me.
Sure. Like you're starting to see her like going, maybe it's better inside.
And he says, I don't really I was never really raised religious. My family doesn't do the church thing, but one time I went and I don't remember what kind of religion it was, but they were telling a story and I didn't get it. Maybe you can help me. I think it's supposed to make sense if you understand religion, but tell us how to live or something. I don't know. I didn't understand. It's always bothered me. Please.
What's your name?
I'm Elias.
So Elias, what I believe in is relatively new. So I'm sure that the church you went to is not the church that I'm a part of.
But you don't know, but I don't know. Like, I just figured. I know there's all the different churches. There's the Catholics and the Baptists. And,
there is. You know what?
It's right. Everybody says they're kind of all looking at God or whatever.
So she's like, Davis, do we have any pamphlets? She yells.
No, I don't want pamphlets. Please, can you just? What do you tell me? Tell me if there's a moral to this story, because I feel dumb and that I don't get it, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to bring it up to the rest of my family. But it was something about there being this end times war between good and evil. Book of Revelations or something. I don't know, and they were talking about how God and the angels and the demons and everything would fight this war, and then they brought it back to how this is actually happening now, and it's not just the future being told to us. Is that real? Do you think that actually happens?
Yes, but not exactly the way it's told by the Christians. The Christians tell it as that this world will be given to hell and the faithful will be risen to heaven. So the battle still isn't over, and there's still innocent people that'll be left here on earth in their telling of the story and again destroyed. Elias, what they're missing is the innocence and the cost to them. Cut back into the YMCA.
Sit down.
Very well.
Clearly, we have notes to share.
Yeah, so just real quick, I wanted to get a sense between Declan, Adriel, and Van. There's a lot of information, right? So there's Declan, there's you and the Ember Flame. Adriel, there's you and, why you were sent here, the whole concept of the Fallen One. Before we start this conversation, how much does everybody know about all this? And does Van know any of it?
They, as far as what Declan knows, they both know Declan's in the Emberfold. They do not know anything beyond that. And there is also the message from Bingo and what that entails. They don't know that Bingo got talked. So they know next to nothing about anything that has happened to Declan since we arrived in Gloucester.
Gotcha. And have you ever told them about the Sanctuary and kind of the factions within the Emberfold?
No, because to be honest, Declan didn't know a whole lot about it.
It's true.
And definitely didn't know like the gravity of it until we arrived.
Got it. And Adriel, how much of, what your purpose here was and the idea that the Fallen is on Earth, how much of that have you shared with Van and Declan?
Yeah, Van, I think, has the complete story.
Okay.
I actually had conversations, both of be at a game, but also in game. We've talked about my meeting and things like that. In fact, everybody knows about the initial meeting that I had and the prophecy that I was given about the Fallen One.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my general story they know about. You have a specific question on something? Or?
No, I just wanted to get a sense of that before this conversation happens, right? So I need to, because I want to know what's new information, what's being held back, what's unknown. So, so go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. Yeah, I was going to say, I talked about my meaning to them. I talked about my vision, the mirror vision and stuff like that. So, they're in the loop.
So Declan tells you to sit down.
Oh, by the way, we may have time, we may not, but apparently Sammy said he can find you too and take you there. So I'm assuming he may have my ability to teleport, but yet he asked me to take us. So I don't know.
I don't think he knows how to get to Declan, but if we told him where to take us, I think he has the same teleport as you, but he doesn't know where Declan's at. Only you do, because you have the family tie.
Well, with that, he can find you then. So he can make his way here either way then, if he can do what I can do.
That's true.
Do I need to leave?
It's too late.
And not before we talk.
Well, I mean, it's not too late. He hasn't come yet, so I guess until he does, we have time. So if you want to, I'd just stay.
Actually, I just told you I'll sit down. Matter of fact, come with me, and I will take them to the closest thing to a more like enclosed space inside the YMCA, which is that there is a small lending library.
Perfect.
The library is part of the library is kind of one of the big things because this is an area of the town that doesn't have a public library. So this is and so it's like a pretty well kept in a kind of shitty rundown kind of building, but it has a door that closes. It also has several study rooms so that we can actually have a more private area. And
That's great.
I'll take them in there to the library, and I'm like, okay, now sit down, and I'll close the door behind me. So, and I'll turn to Van specifically because I'm still a little bit hackled with Adriel coming around. So
Sammy appeared, damn near wrecked the RV. God, where's the RV? We'll get back to that later. He wants to find you. I don't know. Actually, based on that roll, do I believe him already, or is it just that I can't harm him?
So you've kind of fallen under his spell a little bit, right? So he doesn't control you or anything, but you believe him. Now, that's not strong enough for you to defy your brothers or anything along those lines, but you don't believe he's evil, which is different than believing all of the mumbo jumbo he's talking about, right? Those are two different things. But you, for various reasons, is why I made you make the roll, just are going to be unable, unless there's drastic changes in circumstances.
Okay, that helps. He wants to find you because he's under the impression that you are a key to stop a war, or at least pause it, so innocence. But he is adamant about finding you.
More like stall.
Yeah,
Listen.
he wants to stall.
There's something I need to tell you, both of you. And somebody's going to be mad about it, but if they are looking for me, that means that you're in danger, as you know, we roll together. So, you know about the Emberfold. Well, you know a little of the Emberfold. You know what I've told you, which, to be honest, up until we came back home, is most of what I knew about it. But the Emberfold, one of the things is that there's this archive, or this sanctuary, this place. And the place is, I don't know, man, it's in another zone or another dimension, but there are doors to it on Earth. And I'll make sure the door is closed for this one. Bingo called me. Maybe we've been here a couple of days, maybe about 2 days ago. And it turns out, first of all, this stays in this room. Bingo is a member of the Emberfold. And that's what I said. And she tells me that one of these doors to the sanctuary is in Gloucester. Now look, research into the paranormal, like all of that, I did the lifting. It's never been my strong suit. But I had these notes, and I'll pull out this like file of notes that I kind of keep on me in like a shoulder bag, or even just like stuff. And I was able to stay up all night poring over it again and again and again. And I have an idea of what door they're talking about. And I think it's here.
Here,
And I don't
in this
mean
building?
here, Gloucester. I mean here in this building. Now, to be clear, that is not why I came here. I came here because I was mad and I didn't have anywhere else to go. I needed to blow off some steam. When I got here,
I immediately grab them and teleport back to the RV.
Oh, okay. Leaving Van?
No. I grab Van and Declan and immediately teleport back to the RV.
Okay.
Because in my mind, when he said it's here, I don't want him to come here.
All right. So let's do Angel Wings again.
I'm going to throw up again. Damn it. Let's do it.
Nice. You three appear in the empty RV. Elias, you're having this conversation with Miss Ward, and you can tell she's kind of trying to pawn you off on whoever's in the van there. And then all of a sudden you see the look on her face. And she drops to her knees as the hair on the back of your neck stands up again. and you turn around, and in the same way you've seen your brother appear out of nowhere and his feathered wings kind of fold back into his body, you see somebody you recognize from a picture that's on the RV, and you see Sammy, and his leathery bat wings fold back into his back. Where are they? He's talking to you.
To me? Oh, you're here. Well, you're stuck with me for now. But
I know what's inside you. I can see it.
Good. Why don't you tell your friend about it? You've got her convinced.
Where are they?
Where who?
Your brothers. Specifically, where is Declan?
Technically, they're not my brothers. And if you know what's inside me, then you know that your whole plan is built on just a giant lie. This good and evil that you make out to be so big, and it's the end all be all of everything that's happening on this little world. It's nothing. There's so much bigger at play here. And if you don't want to take part in the good versus evil stuff, good. Don't. It's stupid. But don't go out of your way to make it keep going. Because if neither one of them wins, it goes forever. If either one of them wins, it ends pretty quickly thereafter. So you can argue all you want about there being innocent people dying and things that go bad because of this war that they're having, but for everyone else, they exist. So
I've got a big question for you. Are you receiving any help in this conversation?
I'm open to it.
Okay, because he was sated by you feeding him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to intervene. But he's essentially dormant for a period of time, which I think is pretty common once you kind of give things up to him.
Yeah,
but
I think from
you know how to wake him up.
Yeah, I think he's helping insofar as like this is the knowledge that Elias has been able to glean over time, right? Like that he's been able to gather. So it's like the culmination of everything he's put together about what's actually happening in the cosmos. It's probably wrong, but you know, he's as sure of himself as someone else in our team is. And yeah, so he's just laying it down as if he knows more than.
Yeah, and you're not talking like a child. You're talking.
Oh no! At this point, there's it's probably even some of that like voices coming through.
Yeah,
in a way.
That's what I'm thinking, and I'm thinking that I think we're going to do a manipulate someone roll here, which I think is really interesting. Let's take a 10-minute break and do the roll when we get back.
Cool. Go into the other scene and then continue.
No, I can't. I'm going to come right back to it, and we are back. All right, Elias. Yeah, you're face to face against the mirror of your brother, of the fallen, and he seems dead set to find out where Declan is. And you have laid down a pretty convincing case, showing your knowledge. And I think what tips the scales, which means that I'm open to manipulate someone here, is that what's inside of you is not angel nor demon, right? Which gives you a very unique perspective that's kind of outside of the dichotomy that Sammy's working under. So let's do it. He
was picking up what I was putting down.
He was.
All right. Let's see with my -1 charm. Oh no! Perfect. Ding.
Is that ding for a luck or ding? You leveled up. Good. he walks up to you, Elias. Looks down at you. And I think several things happen at once, which is in his right hand suddenly, in the exact same shape as the flame sword held by Adriel, there is pure darkness.
Like my dark side.
Yeah, like it's not dark. It's just no light. It's different than dark. So it's boom. There's the sword, and then it goes through you. So I'd like you to take 2 harm, please.
All right, and I don't think we have any time to have cleared any before this session. So okay, I'm at 3. I'm right before unstable.
Okay. The sword dissipates immediately by his command. His hand goes like this as if he let go of it, but it's not corporeal. It disappears. And he looks down and he goes, I can do worse.
And I stab him with my knife.
Okay. Let's cut to the RV real quick. We've got an empty RV.
You know, what kind of wards do we have on there? Because I know we have like wards of protection and stuff, but obviously this guy popped in. So, like, do I find the wards mundane to myself also, or?
Yeah, I don't think they're they affect you at all.
Well, I mean, like, do I feel like I know the wards are there, but do they not work on me? I guess is what I'm asking, because he managed to come in with no problem.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, the wards we have are more like supernatural, spiritual type wards on the RV, or?
Yeah, they don't suppress you, right? What I think what the wards do is they make this a safe place. So Sammy could not hurt you in the RV.
Okay. All right, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Okay. We should be okay in here, even if he comes. Sorry. If you believe the door is there, I don't want him appearing with us there. So please continue. And I had a trash can to Van.
And Declan's literally mid-sentence, and he's like so locked in, he's not even concerned about like the sickness or the teleportation. He's just like, and it's here. It's there. And you're the second person today to talk about me being a key. I didn't join the Emberfold because there was anything special about me. I'm just some guy. I joined the Emberfold to get closer to you all.
Did you join, or did they recruit you? Sometimes it's a fine line.
I was approached, but I wasn't alone. And I joined of my own free will because this is what I wanted. My whole life was to be able to do what my uncles did. From the moment I saw what it was and knew that this is what our family was, this is what our lives were. You kept me away from it and turned me to Van. My parents kept me away from it. And I could be a lot of things. I could be great at a lot of things. But this is where I'm supposed to be. With my family, trying to hunt these monsters. And I appreciate everything you did for me. Everything you taught me, getting me to that school, getting me to that dance. I told you that I was taking a red shirt. I don't know if I'm going back. But what I know is This has been the time I felt the most myself my entire life, and like I wasn't just doing something to satisfy somebody. And now I'm being told I'm some key. Even if we found this archive, or whatever the hell it's supposed to be, I don't know what I would do with that. I don't have magic like you and Elias do. I don't have a special artifact. I have a poorly drawn map that I had to spend an entire night translating because I'm not a smart man. I'm just a tough one. So when I talked to Bingo, she said something was here. And she said specifically that Van couldn't know. I don't know if that's because she doesn't talk to you or about you or what, but Van,
probably because he wouldn't send any selfies.
Whatever happens, you gotta act like you don't know about any of this. But
No.
what we're looking for, that's where we think it might be. And now I can't prove it. I don't know. But if they say that I'm the key to something, I don't know about all that. But that is the door they're looking for. The archive contains a lot of power and a lot of information. And the sect has been divided for hundreds of years over what to do with it. Some of us want to find it to access it. Others of us want to find it to keep it from getting into the wrong hands. But I was told it's here. I can't find it. I don't know what happens next.
So, real quick, Declan, as you are kind of having this conversation with Adriel, you look around and realize 1, 2, 3. You're missing somebody.
Adriel, where's Elias?
He was with you. I thought
he was with me.
You both left. I had no idea where he went.
He was with me when you arrived. He was with me when you arrived at the Y. He was with me. He's there, and we are here. And if those people are there, then that means that he could be in trouble.
Disappear.
Let's cut back to Elias. Elias, we're going to kick some ass. We're going to take our... Oh, you're on mute, buddy.
Actually, I took a new move with my advancement. Played the big whammy.
Okay. What's the big whammy?
I wasn't going to take it, but it seemed to fit perfectly. So it is, you can use your powers to kick some ass. Roll plus weird instead of plus. The attack has 2 harm, close, obvious, ignore armor. On a miss, you'll get magical backlash.
Very cool. Very cool. So, if it's okay, Elias, I'm imagining you got pushed to the ground as you were stabbed by this dark sword.
Mm-hmm.
I'm imagining you not like getting up, but like going,
oh no, it's like levitating.
Right.
And like the knife drops into his hand. Like I think that those kinds of pieces are probably still there. But yeah, it's just and then right back to it.
Love it. Let's do it. So I think you can have the option of changing what you roll with when you click on kick some ass. I think it lets you change it to weird.
Oh, I think I just click on the big whammy, don't I?
Oh, that's possible. All right. So what happens on an 8 is just a standard.
It's still kick some ass. So yeah.
Gotcha. So, all right. So at a 7+, you do whatever you're fighting, inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is based on the established dangers in the game. It usually means you inflict the harm rating of your weapon. Enemy inflicts.
And the big whammy is 2 ignore armor.
All right. So it ignores his armor.
It's 2 harm, close, obvious. So I think it's definitely going to have some sort of like magical flair to it. That's, notable.
Yeah, and I'll have you describe what happens, because as you kind of flip up and the knife goes right into his gut, right? Mm-hmm. He's puts his hand on your shoulder,
Mhm.
and you feel a burn on there. So I need you to take 2 more harm.
Okay.
This does not ignore armor, but I don't think you have armor.
I don't think
that
I
right?
either.
So I think that'll move you to unstable.
Yeah, definitely.
But can you describe what? So you pop up and like this is all kinds of magic. So what's this look like?
Yeah, I think it's one of those moments that like people report, right, where they just kind of like act without thinking, completely instinctually. Except in this case, his instincts are magically enabled by some ancient elder god, and it's just, I think the attack, the suddenness of the attack, and his taunt with it, just like clicked. That poor impulse control clicked in, and he just came right back at him with it. But yeah, obviously not in a smart way because he got himself even more hurt. But.
Yeah. So Adriel, you said you vanish. Are you going alone?
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to your brother. So when you show up, you see he has got a knife in Sammy's stomach. And you're just seeing just this magic just spread off of that knife. But you're also seeing Elias cry out as his shoulder just has this brimstone smell coming between the figures of Sammy. And go ahead.
I touch Sammy. I'm sorry, touch Elias, and I look at Sammy and go, "Not so benevolent after all, are we?" And then teleport back to the RV.
Oh, okay. You're there. Let's roll it.
Oh, thanks.
All right, well, hold on. I still got to make a roll.
You still may end up in Poughkeepsie. Let's find out. Oh, it's a 7.
You know what? This has to work. I'm spending no luck. This is the luck usage place. The session.
New branching stories. It's fine. You don't have to use luck.
For Van and Declan, it's bamf, bamf. He's back with Elias, and Elias don't look so good.
Oh, Elias probably immediately collapses onto the nearest like fold-out bed, couch, whatever thing in the RV, and like is trying to stop. He's probably not bleeding, right? Because it's a
no, you're not bleeding.
Self-cauterizing sword, just like his. But he's like, well, that got ugly fast.
Who did it?
I'm gonna lay on hands.
Yeah, go ahead, Elias, to answer.
It was Sam, or what you see.
All right, so with the 12 on lay on hands, what happens, Robert or Adriel?
Heal 2 harm, and you're stable, and you're stabilized.
Awesome. And he kind of looks at you, and you see like true like great like gratitude in his eyes, and like despite all of your misgivings and everything else, he does appreciate like the family and wants to be there for you, and he appreciates that you're there for him. So,
Elias, it has come. Do not hold back.
What? So I'm sorry.
I Elias, and I look you dead in the eye. It has come to our door. You do not, even though you usually don't, but in my case, do not hold back.
Van, knowing that Sammy hurt Elias, you are now free of not being able to harm him.
And then I think Elias kind of, after a few minutes, he kind of looks at Adriel, and he's like, either he's more susceptible to my arguments, or you're just better at holding yourself back, because at least you never stabbed me over something I said.
Came close, but yes. But I would like to point out, he's not as benevolent as he's claimed to be. This is for sure.
No one is.
And I look at Van when I say that particularly.
And Van's catching on that this isn't the same Sammy that passed that night. Obviously, this is a whole different situation.
In the same way, Adriel's not the person who passed away that night either.
Yeah.
Declan. Before I had to leave momentarily, what I wanted to say was put this in your back pocket, and this is not to take anything away from you. Not at all if it comes across that way, but you may think you joined, but I think they played on you and recruited you. But that's fine. But the main thing I want to say, when you have powers, it's easy to be a hero or a villain. When you're an everyday man, that's when the choices really matter. So don't look down upon yourself because you consider yourself an everyday man. It makes you that much greater to stand in the face of people with powers.
Adriel, you're the only one that hears.
Like, nod and acknowledge that in some way, so that he's like, he knows he's hearing him.
Adriel, you hear this, but not with your ears. It's just in your mind. Van, Elias, and Declan don't. And you hear Sammy's voice. I understand that you think you need to stop me. Come outside. And your head snaps and you look through the front dash of the RV. And he's standing there about 30 feet in front of the RV. On her knees is Elena. And he's just got his hand on her shoulder.
Well, he cannot hurt us when we're in the RV. And I step outside. And as I step out, I go, so is this going to be number one? Or was that a lie too?
He's going to come after you. So what are you going to do?
Pull my sword.
All right, let's kick some ass.
All right, let's see here. Actually, as he comes up, I'm just going to punch him in the face.
Okay.
I'm using smite. So my body... Well, actually, no, this applies to my... Well, you tell me how this works. So my body and my divine weapon always count as weakness against the monsters you fight. Okay, so never mind. I will use my sword. My sword takes on the property of smite of that ability. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, so let's go ahead and kick some ass. Where did all mine? There they are.
I can't wait to see these dice. What are you +2?
Yeah.
Damn. Very nice. All right. So this is your sword comes out. He immediately leaps for you. And as he leaps for you, his hands reach up and you see this dark sword form between his hands. Where do you hit him?
The same exact spot where he stabbed Elias.
And he comes down on your shoulder and it's just a clash, and it's like a sonic boom clash of magic all at once. So he takes 2 harm, ignore armor. You take 2 harm, or 3? Gotcha.
My sword is 3.
All right. So he takes 3. You take 2.
No armor, right?
Correct. No armor.
Okay.
Elias, Declan, Van, the door slams, and it's like a split second later, you just hear that noise of those 2 clashing outside.
I think Elias responds quickly because of what he's already on edge, especially from what Adriel just told him. And he busts out the side door right after the sonic boom or the boom of the battle clash happens, and like kind of skids to a stop outside of the RV, and then he starts to cast a spell to bring a monster into the world.
All right, so it's gonna be a little use magic action.
Yep.
He is getting that roll ready. I will turn to Van. Unk. I know who this is and what this is. And it sounds like it might be him or us. I don't want to have to do this either, but you know why we're here. And I will very solemnly kind of head out the door behind Elias. What was our cast magic? Whoo!
All right, a 13, Elias. All right, so on a 10 plus, the magic works without issues. Choose your effect. What is the effect?
Oh, I'm summoning another monster into the world. A devouring. I think there's probably a theme there with the types of monsters. They're all devourers,
Okay.
but it's going to be very similar to the one that ate the plant brain monster thing.
The moss brain. Come on.
The moss brain, yeah, whatever its name is.
So, where does this one come from? And I don't mean like what was its origin? How does it enter this world? What does that look like?
I think maybe like almost a shimmering portal opens, and it emerges from the ground near the 2 of them. That Elias kind of cast that spot out near like 10 feet away from where they're fighting, so that it's already there, and it's got presumably Sammy as the primary target.
Yep. It's going to do what you tell it to do, Declan. Van.
So before Declan heads out, it's I make a quick comment. Is there any scenario where Sammy lives?
Was this before either of us got out?
This is before Declan left. So it was after you took off and were casting the magic.
Yeah.
For all of our sakes, I sure the hell hope so. And I'll just, on that, we'll make for my fighting sticks and head out the door.
If you're okay with it, I'd like to jump at the opportunity to get in front of you and try to make a move on Sammy.
Go for it.
I barge ahead of Declan, seeing what I've seen, my brother getting attacked by presumably my best friend, and I go in to hard tackle what presumably is Sammy and try to subdue him to try to knock some sense into him, or at least get a more definitive answer if this is the Sammy I once loved as a friend. So I'd like to try to tackle him, not try to harm him, but subdue him.
All right, so you both pop out of the van. You look over to your left. You see Elias has summoned something different than what he summoned before in the bunker. This is something different, but it seems to have the same desires as before. You look in front of you. You see Sammy and Adriel just beating the crap out of each other. Just swords clashing and punching and kicking, and just a battle royale happening in front of you. Van, as you kind of put a hand on Declan and start running towards Sammy, as if time stops, he takes his eyes off of Adriel and looks at you. And he says, "You're only to witness." This is another custom move. When the resurrected speaks your role aloud and addresses you as your function rather than your name, roll plus weird.
Not tough.
So I'm going to tell you what happens, and you can make any decisions after that. On a 10 plus, you reject the roll, gain +1 forward when acting against the destiny he implies. On a 7 to 9, you believe him and take 1 harm from the psychic impact. On a failure, I think you're out. I think you start to run towards him, Van, and he says, "You are a witness," and you just stop and stand and watch. Declan, unless you want to spend luck.
I'm torn. Jesus. It was a failed roll. It is what it is. I'm sidelined.
Declan?
In seeing that he is attacking, like engaged in attack with Adriel, I'm going to jump in and try to get Adriel's back, like separate them. He's not going to necessarily try to subdue him without doing harm. He's not going to try to kill him outright.
Sure.
He's definitely going to come in and support Adriel. So I'm going to kick some ass.
Yep.
Here we go.
The range of rolls tonight.
Yeah.
13-4. 13-4. All right. So on an 8, you guys are going to exchange harm. Talk to me about the fighting sticks. What do the fighting sticks do?
So because I've gotten a couple of things here. So the fighting sticks themselves do 1 harm, but I have ancient fighting arts, which gives me another harm, and I took another devastating. So I inflict 3 harm in total with the fighting sticks.
All right. He does have armor, so it's going to be 2. And so describe to me your approach here. What we're doing with the sticks and how we're hitting him.
I think that seeing them kind of engage like this, Declan's going to use one of his kind of lesser techniques. He kind of likes to get in the mix, and he will just kind of take one and almost spiral it and chuck it at Sammy's head. But the cool thing is that when it bounces such that it doesn't come directly back to Declan's hand, but bounces back in his direction, so he can recover.
Serious Daredevil action here. I love it.
So a lot of training.
You throw the stick, and this is as he turns to Van. At the same time, he says, "You're a witness," and you see Van stop in his tracks, and then boom, the fighting stick hits him almost instinctually. He throws his hand at you, and you feel a blast of power come out from him, and it slams you into the back of the side of the RV. So this is where's the attack? Radiant energy, 2 harm, life drain. So do you have any armor?
No.
Okay, so you're going to take 2 harm. He's going to heal 2 harm. And as he slams against it, you see Sammy pull his hand back, and just energy coming out of Declan and being drawn into Sammy.
Well, that sucked.
Adriel.
So with him looking at Van and being preoccupied with Declan, I just, move in. And as he puts his arm up to do that, I just take the sword and come in through the armpit and down. So we're going to do some harm.
And as
Kick
he's
some ass.
coming in, he's telling you, just leave Declan and the rest can live, as your sword comes in. Kick some ass.
I'm spending a luck on that to make it.
How
12.
many? Good luck. All right, that's good.
I got 2 left.
Okay, good. So at a 10 plus, you can choose one extra effect.
All right, so we are going to. Let me open the right one here. We're going to inflict terrible harm.
Okay.
So that'll be doing 4 points of damage.
Yep. And he'll be doing 2 to you.
Once you go over that line, you become unstable, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
unstable.
so how much total harm do you have?
4 total.
Okay, so you are currently unstable. I'll let you describe this, Adriel. I mean, you guys are going to hurt each other. You're doing more damage than he is. What do you think this looks like as he is dealing with Declan and drawing energy out of Declan into his body? You said the sword comes up.
Yeah, I basically catch him in the armpit down into the chest and just impale him.
And what does he do to you? How do you take 2 harm?
Um,
What's his riposte with his dark sword?
I think he's just caught a guard, so he just basically puts it up, and I just run. I see it, but I'm not stopping. So
Right.
we just kind of impale each other.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Van, you're seeing all of this happen. For some reason, your ability to go in and tackle him was stopped. And you just for a moment believe that you're just supposed to watch. But then that immediately goes away. What do you want to do?
Try again. I things haven't changed.
Okay.
I'm still trying to go after him. Do I have to roll another
Kick
one
some
of those?
ass.
Weird. Oh, I get to kick
I'd like
ass.
to make it clear, like when that happens, like I intertwine him, and I'm like holding us together, impaled on each other's swords.
I absolutely love that idea.
Actually, there's a monster devourer around, right?
Yeah. Yes, there is.
Someone brought a friend.
Since I was a witness or a observer for a round, me trying to subdue him to talk some sense and figure out where he stands based on a whole round of him attacking my family. Fuck this. He's jumping at him to heave him to the devouring entity. If it's plausible. I don't know if we're in similar spaces or what, but
So let me throw this out to you, and this will be both for you and Elias. What if we make this a help out? And then we have Elias kick some ass via his friend. Do we like that idea?
Yeah, sure.
Instead of 2 kick asses, what would you rather have, Van?
No, that works. It thematically it does what we need to do it, and
All right, let's do a help out plus cool. You're gonna be teeing up Sammy.
How many people can help out?
I like to limit it to 1 right now.
Mechanically, yeah.
I should have upgraded my cool.
All right, so on an 8, you help grants them +1 to their roll, but you also expose yourself to trouble or danger.
Sorry.
Let's do it, Elias.
While all this is happening, like immediately as soon as the portal opens for this thing to start climbing through, I think Elias knows that this is awakening his friend from this temporary slumber. And he says, "Thought you'd want to be awake for this. This is what you want, right?" And And then he's going to
Now, before we roll this, I think we have to decide what this monster is capable of, right?
Sure.
How successful was your magic roll? It was
13?
13. Yeah.
I think this is a 3 harm, no armor type situation. I think this thing is a bad MFer with that good of a roll. Are you cool with that?
Yeah. I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah, that's what feels right to me.
Okay. But this is going to be a regular kick some ass, right? This would not be the big whammy. Because I'm not actually doing it.
You could do it as a big whammy.
Because I guess I'm still doing the magic, right?
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with it being a big whammy.
Okay. And here we go. And not so good. The luck changes. Now is the time, I think, that Elias is going to use his first luck.
Oh,
You've been holding out on us.
I have,
Sorry.
because it's very, very bad for us.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Especially with Van. I have a hold on Van too. I was going to have the beast attack Van by mistake. So
the reason it's bad for us is because when I spend luck, my dark side's needs get worse. They get nastier.
Okay.
So this is going to be the 10 plus. What is the extra effect you want?
Oh, I know. I mean, do I have? Can I know how devastating the attack is?
Yeah, it's going to be his sword. So it's going to be 3 harm from the monster, ignoring his armor. He's doing 2 harm to you, ignoring armor with his sword.
Sorry, I haven't really been doing a lot of kick some ass. So,
Does the protect someone have to be in advance or when damage is coming out?
You could do a protect someone now.
That's the second way that I could help contribute to this situation, is protecting my family. So I'd like to try to do that if possible.
oh, you know what? Hold on, sorry.
Okay.
I may not need to use that luck because I forgot to add the +1 for your help.
Which would
6
put you at a
is
6, right? 6 is still a fail.
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll do the. I want to suffer less harm.
Okay, so you'll take
I've been hurt enough today.
you'll take 1 harm. We'll see here in a second, Van, whether you can protect him to prevent that. So don't mark it yet, Elias. For the help out, your exposure to him, you're a little bit of collateral damage here, Van. So as this devourer is coming at Sammy, it's going to end up knocking you to the ground. So I need you to take 1 harm for the help out. But now you can do a protect yourself. Or not protect yourself, protect someone else. All right. So on 8, look at you with a 9. You protect them okay, but you suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get. So this would be 1 harm to Elias instead. You're going to take it.
Yep.
All
I
right.
mean, I have 1 armor. Does that negate any of that?
This ignores armor. His sword ignores armor. All right. So all of this happens all at once, right?
What about being pushed to the ground? That 1 harm. Does his armor protect against that?
He doesn't take harm for that. Sammy does.
Oh,
You're talking about Van getting pushed? No,
Right.
he needs to take 1 harm as a consequence.
Okay, got it.
Sorry. So, I mean, and again, everything we've been doing for the past 20 minutes is happening in a period of about 5 seconds, right? So we see Van pull Sammy away and just face him towards this monster. And Elias unleashes this monster at him. The monster hits Sammy. I'll let you describe it here in a second. And you get knocked down in the process, Van. There's no more Sammy, and I don't know what that looks like. Elias. This is your monster.
Yeah, so I think this monster is much like other things that he's able to produce from this other realm and this power. It's hard to actually see or look at. Like, you can get a sense of its shape and size, but not both at the same time. Like, and because it's in this like void space, right? And then this it's created out of this like nothingness. But I think it's almost like an octopus or spider like. It's got like tentacles, and I think it kind of just grabs hold of Sammy with a few of them, and each of them have these like giant vortex mouth maw things that they're like vacuum cleaners that destroy matter, and it just like rips him apart, and as it's going in to grab him, that's when like one of them knocks over Van, and it just like sucks him up into the nothingness. And then I think then it gets dispelled back through its portal that it came through.
Actually, I think what I want to do here, Elias, is I think I need you to act under pressure to get this thing under control and get it the hell out of here.
Oh, sure. I was just telling you what I wanted it to do.
Okay. Yeah. Releasing one of these things into this plane is a very reckless move. Very effective between what Adriel did, what Declan did, and then you finished it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this beast is full yet, so let's do a quick under pressure, but not plus cool. I'd like you to do it plus weird.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Kyle. All right. On a 7 to 9, the keeper is going to give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay.
All right.
Here's your 3 choices. 1, this thing's going to leave here, but not leave this plane. And I'm going to keep him in my back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
2, you're going to lose the RV. As this thing is being summoned back through it, the RV comes as well.
Or 3.
I think those are the 2.
You said there were 3.
I lied. So instead of banishing it back, you banish it from here.
Right.
And then we might see that thing later. Or
do I know that that's what happened? Like, do I like if
you'll know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll know. Or this thing, as it's getting sucked back by you into its
the RV,
it's going to take the RV with its tentacles, and the RV is going to go with it.
No.
Fuck.
I think it starts to do that, right? Like, I think I see it doing that, and I see that future potentiality, and then I just banish it to somewhere else on this plane, because for whatever reason, I feel like I can do that. Like, that's within my power.
So what I'm imagining is like a Doctor Strange portal opens up to this dark plane, right? And this thing starts getting sucked into it, and we just see it take its huge tentacle mouths and just grip onto the front of the RV, and we can hear the rubber of the RV just as it gets pulled in, and some gesture by you, Elias, closes the portal, and this thing just disappears.
And then I think Elias kind of like drops to like his knees, exhausted.
Mind you, Elena has witnessed all of this.
Oh, she passed out. She passed
away for a second.
Yeah.
So she's dead. Okay, no,
she's
passed
laying
out.
she's laying on the street, passed out.
Wait, how close wasn't she by Sammy? Did she somehow?
Yeah, he
manage
kind of
to not
tossed
get
her
its
to the
tentacle?
side as soon as he was trying to taunt Adriel, and it looked. I have a feeling he didn't need her to do that, but he didn't know that. He just needed to get you guys out of that RV.
To try to
Because you guys don't
kill
listen.
Declan and leave everybody else. Or
Can
take
I also
Declan.
add that I think it'd be really kind of funny if the RV actually had some like stress, like crinkles, like almost like when you take a soda can and crinkle it and uncrinkle it. It's kind of like that
So-
down the side. Like
What
where
happened
and
is
it's-
I have
it's
I have
got-
the perfect descriptor for this, and that is that there is a Declan-shaped dent in the side of the RV because that's where he got knocked to when Sammy hit him. So he was physically against the RV when this started to happen. And so I have to like pull myself out.
It's amazing.
And it was just like a ding in the side of the RV in the shape of Declan's ass. Because that's where he was when the RV started to go.
So as the adrenaline dissipates, the four of you are staring at each other.
I think Van, as the adrenaline dump is occurring, he instantly starts crying in anger and frustration and just has to walk away, screaming at the sky, cursing, punching signs that are in his path. He's got to blow off some steam. And I think the family has seen Van in a situation like this in the past or multiple times, but at the end of the day, he needs to process what the fuck just happened.
So the creature didn't go back into the portal. It kind of disappeared and then the portal closed. So Adriel will walk over to Elias. Is that something we're going to have to deal with?
yes,
Very well. Good
Told me
job.
not to hold back.
And you didn't. Good job.
Adriel, you were told this was your purpose. This is why you were resurrected. So what I was saying, Adriel, before we hiccup there, is that this is why you were resurrected. This was the mission you were given. And you, with the help of your three brothers, vanquished the fallen. What does that mean? And what is Adriel's reaction after he talks and congratulates Elias, pats him on the back?
I think this would be a situation for next season.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Well, let's see. We'll see how Adriel reacts to that. Declan, what's your reaction?
Declan's still very much in shock about all of this. He's no closer to answers about being the key, whatever the hell that means. And while he didn't know Sam well, he knew Sam well enough, both having been young but not tiny when he died, and also through knowing the people that loved Sam, that he was very much driven by purpose, but did not take any kind of comfort or any kind of fulfillment out of what he had to do, or what had to be done rather. And so he's kind of shell-shocked, a little bit in pain, and is like not really sure what to do with himself.
Your phone is buzzing.
Bingo.
Call or text.
Call.
This is Declan.
You okay, baby?
Not dead yet.
How about Van?
He'll be okay.
The weird one, the little one? Everybody's okay?
Yeah, everybody's fine. Bingo. What's going on?
I don't know what you did, but all the readings I was getting from the YMCA are gone. Did you close it?
No, not yet. We were attacked, and we took down our attacker.
Something's happened, and I don't know what it was, but I don't sense
Bingo,
the
it was
door in
Sammy.
Gloucester anymore.
Sammy attacked us, said something about me being some kind of key. What the hell was he talking about? All I knew was a door. Find the door. I found it. I didn't act on it. Sammy attacked us. We killed Sammy. And you're telling me there's no more reading.
You can tell that she's kind of putting her mouth close to the receiver and whispering to it. She goes, all these bastards do is tell half-truths. Just be real careful.
I always am.
Let's go to credits. All right. We're back again. Twitch is doing its fun stuff. If you're watching a video on demand, I've already edited this for you, so you didn't have to put up with it. So, end of season 1. We see the culmination of Adriel's story. Actually, I want to add a coda. After credits scene. There is kind of this farmer's table in a rustic house. And we're in the point of view of somebody that's in this house. And this person is kind of looking around in the house, and there is an arsenal. Several shotguns, crossbows, pistols, swords, spikes, spears. And first person, we see this person slam down one hand and pull his hand away, and it's a news story about the burning of an orphanage. Then his right hand comes down, and it's a picture of Elias. I got you, you son of a bitch. And then a knife goes into Elias's picture. So that advances your story as well, Elias. All right, so we got the culmination of Adriel's. We've got Elias is escalating because part of your story is somebody piecing it together that you were responsible for the big disaster and they're coming after you. Mm-hmm. Declan, it feels like we took 2 steps forward and 3 steps back almost. Right? We think we found the door to this. Whatever happened here seems to have closed the door, but we've gained Bingo as part of the sect, which I think really transforms how she functions for the 4 of you. It's going to be super interesting to see what the hell happens with Van.
I would like to say something.
Please.
So, yeah, as far as Adriel, kind of caught me off guard with that. In his mind, I think the first thing that hit his mind was like, yeah, what's going to happen to me now? But then the second thing that hit was that the Fallen was able to stay around. Now, whether it was because of a connection to Halfus or not, and that's kind of like where his thought stops.
Yeah, and I think to a certain degree, Adriel, I don't think Sammy told all lies.
Right.
And I think Adriel acknowledged that, right?
Adriel was actually willing to listen and talk to him until he attacked Elias.
Yep. So
and it was unprovocated. So that at that point, like I said, I guess you're not as benevolent as you said you were.
But I think that residue's there, and it'll be interesting to see how Adriel handles that residue, and whether that changes how you view the people or the things that brought you here. And then a
lot of that's going to determine on if he has an interaction with them now that this happened, to kind of see what they say or what they do is going to play.
Yeah. And then for Van, boy, oh boy, as you're walking away punching things, running a bar doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Right. This propelled my kind of story arc either way one way or way the other way, and I haven't decided yet. And I'm still piecing it all together and what makes sense. And it's wow.
This definitely created more questions than it did answers. That's for
Which
sure.
is a beautiful way to end a season, as far as I'm concerned. So, I want to start. I think what I loved the most is everybody working together again, a coordinated effort to take this thing down. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Right, he's back.
We're done.
You're back. You're back.
We're done. Let me just see. Did it?
Is it?
Nope.
Let me see if it's still
There he is.
live.
Your video's frozen for me.
Yeah, we lost it. All right. Anyway.
Is it possible for us to record
Oh,
this
you say, we're back. Okay, good. Thank you, Brian. Well, that. Not all of you didn't go this time, so just think what
You did that on purpose.
Yeah, just be a funny joke. Like more than even in the circles, like this was just the four of you as a unit working together. I loved Adriel basically giving permission to Elias, like you can do this again. And this, if we're going to do this again, now is the time. Book ended with really a moment where Elias and Adriel are closer now than I think they ever have been before, between the healing and the thank yous and the good jobs. I think it's just really outstanding. That was all of that. The interactions between the four of you, the way the four of you handled this battle was by far my favorite. And it just a great climax.
And what I liked between me and Elias is that even though in my story I had to figure out a reason why, it was still very organic. I didn't have to try to sure. It just happened. And I really, like you said, I really liked that. That was pretty awesome.
Well, I think we're at this point now, 9 sessions in, where we start to be able to listen to the characters, right? The characters start to have their own voice and their own thing. And as players, it's easier to know what they're going to do because we understand them better as we're playing them, which is really one of the things that's great about playing a multi-session game. In a one shot, you don't get a chance for that character to really embody it themselves, which is cool. All right, Nick, thoughts, stars, and wishes. Wishes being, what would you like to see in season 2?
Oh yeah. Thoughts. Wow. What an amazing ride. This culmination to where we're at today at a season finale was fantastic. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better stopping point. The things escalated in a crazy manner, but so perfectly. Like, it was everything that happened. It wasn't off character, or it was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Cool. We're gonna have to deal with that. Cool. Let's do it. It was fantastic session. Stars, Derek, your ability to play Elias right back at Sammy so quick. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna take a step back, let this kid handle it, right? Like, it was awesome watching you RP that and just getting more information, more meat from what Elias brings to the table. And I'm looking forward to it. And my wish for next season is getting closer with the family, with RP, right? And letting more of these details come out and happening sooner than later. That's my wish.
Thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah, absolutely.
DJ, thoughts, stars, or wishes?
Thoughts were, I did think this was a really good way to button up this first season, and a really great kind of way to end it out on, having a couple of kind of post-credit stingers with the conversation with Bingo and then the gotcha moment. Stars, I think that, yeah, just the pacing of this episode felt like a lot was done, but not in a way where it felt rushed.
Oh, good.
And I think that everybody had a storyline, even when parts of it hadn't really been super established. Like this whole idea of Declan being the key and Declan being like, I'm nobody.
I love that.
I did this because I wanted to be closer to being a hunter like my family is, and they were trying to keep me from that, and this was my avenue to that. And now you're telling me I have some kind of destiny when I'm just, I think what I said to Elena was, I'm not a key, I'm a middle linebacker. Like I am just some guy. And I really love the way. Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say, can I ask you if that was decided in that moment, or did you have that in the back of your head as part of your backstory that might have come to fruition?
Which part of it? Like
You're
what
just a
level?
guy.
That